Okay. This is John from Flint Talk Radio again. Today I'm sitting down here talking to people about the proposed move or the move of the Flint Farmers Market, and I'm talking to another vendor that I just got done talking to Sam of the Beirut Market. Now we're a Beirut restaurant, and I'm now talking to
Soozie Q.
And your business is?
I have Soozie Q's. It's a Cajun seasoning called Slap Your Mama.
Okay.
It's out of Bill Platt, Louisiana. And then I also do creative quilting and crafts.
Okay. And you've been part of the market's family for how long?
7 years.
7 years. Now, what are your feelings about feelings about the move from this location?
I think overall, what the Uptown Reinvestment Corporation is offering the vendors here, there is an article that's going to be published in the Flint Journal, and it's basically the opinions of the positive vendors here at the market. We can't go up, we can't go down, we can't go out, we can't go around. And as a vendor, being here, I know what it's like to have access to one bathroom on a busy Saturday. I know what it's like being down here in the winter time when there's no heat. I know what it's like to be here at 100-degree weather with no air conditioning. The parking is atrocious. And Uptown Reinvestment Corporation, they've kept the market afloat for the past 10 years. And there's just nowhere to advance down here. And I think downtown, they're targeting the courthouses, the realtors downtown, M Live, all of the businesses downtown. And that's 4,000 people that we really don't have access to. We close at 5, so there's talk right now. It's going to be a transition to begin with for the 3 days downtown. But as far as opening up any later, that'll come. But we feel that we'll be getting more, targeting more people downtown, and the overall aspect of Uptown Reinvestment, they're bending over backwards to satisfy the vendors. They're coming to us saying, "What do you need? What can we help you with as far as refrigeration, your space? Do you need more space? What would you like to do? Have it more handicap accessible?" You can't even get a wheelchair in any one of these businesses down here now. So they're all hallway shopping. And it's the way that it's being designed is awesome. It's all catering around the vendors.
Well, it's like a lot of people have a sentimental attachment to this place, and you've probably heard that voice quite a bit. And also another thing is too, do you think that the move will actually? Do you think you're going to lose a lot of the customer base you currently have?
Initially, I believe that we'll lose a lot of the elderly people. But my opinion, I've just recently purchased a house right behind Kettering, and I have younger generation children. They're 27 to 35, and that's what's going to be taking over the market. We're going to lose some of the mentality of that this is the only farmers market that there is. Okay, by moving downtown, you're taking away the ambiance and all of that. Well, that's what they're trying to they're going to try and take that downtown. But without the support of the community, we're not going to have that.
So it's a kind of a catch-22 situation for those who oppose it, unless they're just, it'd be kind of weird to be want to see the demise of the market. It'd be just kind of weird to be hoping for that. And my concern is, and then I oppose the idea initially, and I just still have misgivings about or ideas that it might go wrong. My concern is the market might lose so much of its current base that it just ceases to exist.
The building itself?
No, not the building, but the market itself. I mean, Victor Ramsdale sat down and talked about there's a possibility for people already approaching them about this current building. So, and that's a big fear I have because I've seen so damn many buildings just abandoned and full.
Exactly.
And I don't want to see that happen to this building.
They do have, in my understanding, there are a lot of plans for this building. Be a planetarium of some sort or an arboretum. The other one is aquaponics, hydroponics. But they pretty much, and I have in my head that they will do whatever they possibly can to work with people to get something in the go green, healthier farmers market, farmers coming in and selling for us downtown. Rather than having some of the markets go down to the Eastern market and bring back produce to sell. We want the local farmers. And that's what's going to make the market. Initially, we're going to lose customers, but I think overall, it's going to be the younger generation that's going to take over the market. They're more into the organic, fresh grown, locally grown, produce. And it's going to be bigger. It'll be a different atmosphere. They're going to try and recreate the openness of this market down there as well. But in the parking situation, that's what most people are complaining about is parking, and they've got that well under control with all the different architects that have been working. They've done their research.
Okay. Well, it seems like you're on board. And
I am totally 100% on board.
Yeah, it's like now there's some people who think that I've heard that there's some vendors who've been coming across as that they've been threatened or coerced to be part of this thing, and they oppose it, and they don't like the fact that they feel like they've been put up on to have to submit or change, go along with the flow. Have you had any vendors tell you that they oppose this and are more secretive about it? Or?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. But as far as management and Uptown Reinvestment, I didn't like the way that the decision was made, okay, without consulting the vendors first. However, you can't have 120, 100, 200 people getting together in a room, yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. This is a business decision on their part, okay? But they're giving me the opportunity, okay, to grow. And it is kind of an ultimatum: either you go or you don't. I'm choosing to go as a business because I will never have another opportunity like this.
Well, with the way you said that, makes it feel like to me, it comes across that you're convinced that there's a great potential there.
It's a tremendous potential.
Okay, so I mean, it's like, part of my anger and my reservations is because there's a settlement attachment to the building, but I'm not I'm not that irrational. But I mean, what I heard reports that there are some people feel like they had being coerced into it. That's what I oppose more than anything else. If there was this coercion, this kind of insistence without listening to any of their input, that's what I oppose more than the move itself.
To my understanding, the building, the Flint Journal building, that had been empty, and it just kind of came up and fell into Uptown Reinvestments, and they're thinking about what to do with that building. And then here, we can't bring in more vendors indoors. There's no space for them. And outside, they're trying to create the same atmosphere that we have out here, but a little bit more vendors, more produce, more crafters. And to me, that's creating jobs for these people. These people only come in the summertime. That's their livelihood. They work all winter long, and then want to come down during the summer. This way, they've got an opportunity to come inside. And I just look at it that it's creating jobs. To my understanding, the construction downtown is all done by Flint local contractors, which is, to me, is creating more jobs. And then maybe in a year, I can afford, I'll be big enough where I can hire another person. Okay, I look at it from that standpoint.
Okay.
And I just think that it's the access coming into Flint by the university is just beautiful. And a lot of people, like Sam, Mexico at the market, that's a big opportunity for them as far as their workstations that they have. They have to. Oops, I'm sorry. They have their sink, their waste has to go across the ceiling and out.
Right.
And then you can go back here at any time, and there's water because the plumbing is just too outdated.
So it's like I said, I've been talking to more and more people about it, and it's like I think that the Journal or the other